Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Siboga TV, which is your number one online political channel. Today, I want to have a candid talk about why I believe that the united opposition is actually making William Samoei Arap Ruto to defeat them. But if you look to the side of united opposition, you can comfortably say that they have the numbers. They have what it takes to defeat William Samoei Arap Ruto. But sometimes I have come to realization that there are things that the united opposition is doing. And because of those things which they are doing and which they are not doing, they are handing to William Samoei Arap Ruto re-election, let come 2027. And therefore, that is actually what I want us to have as a candid discussion this morning. But before we dive in and try to dissect all that, I could request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it's good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you, because you really give us the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And now, let us come back into the discussion of the day. If you look very closely to the united opposition, you can agree with me that the side of opposition is actually handing William Samoei Arap Ruto re-election, let come 2027. And I feel that the side of opposition is actually planning to fail, because they are things which they need to do, and they are not actually doing those things. And there are also other things they should not do, but they are doing those things. And that is why I believe that the side of your united opposition is actually planning to fail terribly and to hand over re-election of William Samoei Arap Ruto to be a very easy thing. One of the things that they are doing, which is actually benefiting William Samoei Arap Ruto's side, is internal fighting, internal conflict between the leaders in the united opposition. Because we have been seeing the fight between Rigathi Gachagua and Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And people have been wondering, why are these two fighting? Why is it that Rigathi Gachagua wants to control the entire Mount Kenya, and he doesn't want any political party to venture into Mount Kenya, and he wants to be the only person within the united opposition who is the gateway to Mount Kenya region. And because of that, we have been having heated debate and heated fight between Fred Okengo Matiang'i and Rigathi Gachagua. And you have been seeing the way Rigathi Gachagua has actually been ignoring Fred Okengo Matiang'i, even when they are in a joint function. You have been seeing how supporters and leaders who supports Rigathi Gachagua, they have been calling Fred Okengo Matiang'i as a mole. So there's a lot of infighting within the united opposition. And also you have seen what has happened in the western part of Kenya, where the deputy party leader of DCP, Clovis Malala, is actually now calling Natembea to be a government operative. That DCP wants to have a candidate in the western part of this nation, but they don't want a party which is from the western part of the country, that means DAP, probably to have a candidate in Mount Kenya. So because of that in fighting, it is going to cost them so much. And if they continue, they will lose to William Samoei Arap Ruto side. Another thing is that the united opposition is very comfortable with what they call or what they perceive as their stronghold, because they believe that if the mountain is together and the Kamba nation comes in and the Gusii nation comes in, then it's going to be very easy for them to win against William Samoei Arap Ruto. And they are very comfortable with that. And that is why they are not moving out to venture to various regions in this republic. But see what William Samoei Arap Ruto is doing. He is venturing into every corner of the republic. He has been in Ukambani and he has done a lot. And he has urged people to vote for him. He has made friends with political leaders in the side of Ukambani. And that means he has a share from the side of Ukambani. And that share might not be so much be underrated, because votes are votes. You are seeing what he's doing in Mount Kenya. He's saying he's not moving out of Mount Kenya. And that is why William Samoei Arap Ruto, as the likes of Kindiki, Cecil Barire, and other UDA leaders within Mount Kenya, who are actually working tooth and nail to see that William Samoei Arap Ruto gets support from Mount Kenya. But if you see the united opposition, they are only within those zones. They are campaigning within those zones, which they feel that this is our stronghold. You see, even the way Rigathi Gachagua feels comfortable to be with cousins. And is using that word cousins to mean the people who are within their stronghold, to mean the Kamba nation, to mean the Gusii nation. But because this side of opposition is very comfortable with that, they will find that William Samoei Arap Ruto is actually going to win with what we call tyranny of small numbers. Because it looks like William Samoei Arap Ruto has started spreading his tendons across the nation. And that means he's going to get voted in from various corners of this republic. And what William Samoei Arap Ruto needs is to get small votes from outside his stronghold, because it presently looks like that the entire Coastal province, yani the entire Rift Valley province is, or the entire Rift Valley is behind William Samoei Ruto, and is getting the entire Nyanza province. That means the Luo Nyanza is also getting the western, and probably is getting the coast. And if William Samoei Ruto will be able to manage all those places, and you find that he's going to get some votes from probably Mount Kenya, from the Kamba nation, then he's going to win. So the united opposition should not be very comfortable with what they call their stronghold, with what they call their cousins. They may find that William Samoei Arap Ruto is going to encroach to their so-called stronghold, and also they should move out and try to encroach to William Samoei Arap Ruto stronghold. That is what they should do. But if they become very comfortable, that means they are not going to make it. Let come 2027. And the last thing, which is making the united opposition to lose to William Samoei Arap Ruto, is that they haven't come up with policies which they will implement if they take government late come 2027. Because if you ask this side of what? United opposition, what are you going to do better than William Samoei Ruto? I'm very sure they actually understands nothing. Because what we have been hearing from this side of united opposition is that their policy number one is actually to remove William Samoei Ruto from power, and their other things will follow thereafter. And I think that is not wise enough for them to say that. Kenyans have been enlightened, and Kenyans want actually to know what is the united opposition going to do if it gets the government of this nation. If it comes into power, what are they going to do better than the government of Kasongo, than the government of William Samoei Arap Ruto? We are interested to know that. Because for me and other people, they must be convinced. They must be told that we want to take power so that if it is health, this is what we are going to do. If it is about education, this is what we are capable of doing. If it is about education, this is actually what we are going to do. So we need to see clear policies. We want to see a clear manifesto of opposition or the united opposition. But if their target is Kasongo, then Kasongo is going to turn against them. That is why you have been hearing Kasongo saying that the side of opposition, they are clueless, they are stupid, they are what? Why? It's because they actually they are not coming up with a candid plan to the Kenyans. And Kasongo feels that he's better than them. Because Kasongo comes and tells, I want to take this nation from the first world country, and from the second world country to the first world country. And this is what I want to do. I want to generate electricity this much so that every homestead can have electricity. He's telling people that I want to build this much roads. He's telling people that NHIF, what we call SHA, is working. And as things are looking by, SHA is going to work. So, what the side of opposition needs to do, it needs to sit down, it needs to have a new strategy. They need to tell people if they will be given power, what will they do better than what Kasongo is doing? But what people are actually looking in the united opposition is wrangles. The only difference, the only person who's bringing difference in the united opposition is Fred Okengo Matiang'i. He's actually is trying to tell people what he can be able to do, even if he's not doing much. And because of his performance record, that is why people still have hope in the united opposition. But they should sit down and they should come up with a very good manifesto, which is people friendly. But if the united opposition is going to move on the way it is, then I am very sure William Samoei Arap Ruto is going to beat the united opposition hands down. What is your take about united opposition? Do you think they are doing enough such that they can unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto? Please drop your comments in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it's good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.